Have you ever wondered about the true history and origins of the human race? If you've truly thought about it, you probably know that the real history of our civilization is not as simple and linear as the mainstream researchers present it to be.
I have really thought about it. In fact, I'm actually really nerdy about history, especially Roman and Egyptian history, and Chinese history, and Japanese history, and Greek history, and American history. All history. I love history. And all the mainstream ideas seem pretty much spot on, give or take.
During my research, I've come across many clues which point to a past so incredible and mysterious that you need an open mind to grasp its bottomless depths.
Pro tip: if someone wants you to open your mind, it's because they'd prefer if it fell right out of your head.
In this video, we will discuss about the works of a man whose findings reveal the true ancestors of mankind, and more importantly, their relation to that ancient tradition which we now commonly know as Hinduism.
Oh, you mean the religion which provably descends from the ancient Proto-Indo-European religion, which had very little influence on other religions, failing in this respect to its cousin, Buddhism.
James Churchward was a British writer, inventor, and engineer. He was also an explorer and had a great interest to uncover the true history of mankind.
Oh wait, this video is AI slop. Welcome to the goddamn future. We don't have flying cars or hoverboards, but we do have brain-rotting conspiracy theories.
He was fascinated by ancient traditions of Egypt, Babylonia, Central America, and particularly India. This fascination led him to the sacred land of India, where a discovery was about to change his life forever.
What about India makes it sacred? Is it that you like it? Or that your ancestors come from there? Or that the religion you worship is from there? Same reason the Christians and Jews give, so I guess I wouldn't be too surprised. Also, didn't you just say he was particularly interested in ancient India? Of course this led him to going to India. Am I supposed to be surprised?
Churchward was greatly interested in the Indian culture, and he wanted to get to its roots.
Its roots. And ancient steppe peoples who were the first to tame the horse, known as the Proto-Indo-Europeans. Obviously ad hoc, that'd be some incredible level of foresight to have called themselves that.
So he made contacts with Hindu high priests and the people who were in possession of ancient documents passed down from distant antiquity. In his book, The Lost Continent of Mu,
for anyone just tuning in, this is your cue to start laughing at him.
Which was published in 1936.
An unpeer-reviewed book from 1936 is obviously much more trustworthy than several peer-reviewed papers from the 2000s.
He says that he had found 2 sunburnt clay tablets in possession of a Hindu priest. The tablets seemed antique.
He doesn't sound like he found them. Sounds like he talked to someone who had some antiques.
And had been written in some strange language. His studies pointed that the language was a combination of Naga Maya languages.
Mayan languages are languages spoken in Mesoamerica. And yes, I do mean the present tense of spoken. Naga languages are languages of India. So how did Mesoamerican and Indian languages come into contact to create a Creole language?
At that time, only 1 or 2 people could decipher that cryptic language, including that priest. So, he requested the priest to decipher the tablets for him, and in return, he promised to restore all the knowledge contained in those tablets. Now, here is the most shocking part of Churchward's discovery, because those tablets revealed something which no one had anticipated. They revealed that there existed a large continent somewhere in the Indian Ocean, or in the Pacific Ocean about 50,000 years ago. The continent was called Mu, or the Motherland.
Oh well, where did it go? According to our modern scientific understanding, continents cannot just disappear. So where is it? It's gotta be on a map somewhere, right?
And the inhabitants were known as the Nakal. They were melanated or black-skinned, and were of much bigger proportions compared to modern humans. The continent included 64 million inhabitants, 7 major cities, and many colonies on other continents. They possessed powerful technology, compared to which the technology of Churchward's time seemed to be of Stone Age. But they had only one major religion, or the way of life which they referred to as the Eternal Way.
Sorry, I don't know where to stop this video and talk, because it's such bullshit. Can I please get literally any evidence?
The really shocking point in this revelation is that this religion is still in practice even to this day.
Wait, the Eternal Way? The Tao? Taoism? Lao Tzu, were you black?
The original name of what we now call Hinduism is Sanatana Dharma, or the Eternal Dharma. It is not an organized religion like Christianity, and it has no specific founder. It is built upon generations and generations of knowledge accumulated by its practitioners, and its ancient texts suggest that it predates all other religions on this planet.
Here is the truth based on mountains of evidence by modern linguists, archaeologists, and historical scientists. Hinduism is an Indo-European religion, being related to Greek, Roman, Germanic, Celtic, and Persian religions.
The Hindu texts, such as the Puranas, are filled with stories of how advanced the human race was thousands of years ago.
I don't know how true that is, but even if it does say that, that really doesn't mean anything. Indo-European religions also tend to believe that the sun is pulled by a man on a horse, but that doesn't mean it's true.
They talk of devastating wars capable of wiping out the whole biosphere from Earth.
That is a common motif among Indo-European religions. The Proto-Indo-Europeans and their descendants were conquerors, are conquerors, so it's not surprising we talk about war so much.
These texts insist that these descriptions are not mere mythology as mainstream researchers would like you to believe, but true history of the whole human race.
A religion claims itself to be true? Really?
For example, how can one explain the strange connection between India and Central America? These two places are located at exactly the opposite ends of the globe, and yet we find Central America mentioned in many ancient Indian texts where they call it as the Patala Loka, or the underworld.
How do you know they are talking about Mesoamerica? They might just be talking about an underworld. Underworlds are very common myths cross-culturally. The Proto-Indo-European mythology had an underworld, so it's not surprising that Hinduism has one too.
Do you know that if you draw a line straight from India through the earth, you would arrive at Central America? The Mayan culture of Central America was greatly linked with the ancient culture of India. Yet, how did they communicate?
Proof? Nah, we don't sell that here. Here we sell baseless conjecture. 50% off summer sale.
Or is it possible that they originated from the same people? This explains the similarities in their rituals and the prophecies regarding the future of the human race.
Again, baseless conjecture.
Another shocking fact which confirms the links between the ancient Indian and the Mayan civilizations was the discovery of about 2,500 clay tablets written in the same unknown language that were found by Churchward in India. This discovery by the prominent archaeologist William Niven has puzzled researchers ever since. By going further, we can find similar connections of the ancient Indian civilization with many other ancient cultures throughout the world, including the ancient Egyptians, the Sumerians, and even the Greeks.
How do you know that these features aren't just very human ideas? And the Greeks and Hindus come from the same original people, the Proto-Indo-Europeans, as explained before.
I've tried to illustrate these links in my short videos. You can check those out if you are interested. So we see that the ancient culture of India is the only surviving tradition from that mysterious land of Mu, and that is why no one knows with complete certainty exactly when or where did it originate. This shows that Sanatana Dharma, or Hinduism, is the oldest surviving religion on this planet, and it is the mother of all religions.
Oh, so we're really not even going to get into that one. That was the title of the video, dude. Okay, man. Okay, so let me explain Hinduism and its relation to other religions. Hinduism is the last surviving Indo-European religion that wasn't rebirthed at any point, the longest surviving continuous one. Hinduism has spawned very few, if any, other religions from itself. Rather, Hinduism has mostly stayed to itself throughout its whole history. Any similarity with other Indo-European religions is expected, and any similarities with nearby religions is also expected. Now on to claims about other religions, like the Egyptians. Something that everyone must understand is that human religions are all very similar on a macro scale. We are all humans, and although we are as different from each other as we can be, our traditions still remain very similar. We all fear snakes, we all fear death, we all want an authority figure to keep us in line, we all want some amount of freedom, we all want to see our dead loved ones, etc., etc. Sorry this video was bad. I want to say thank you to my patron Benjamin Johnson and to my editor Shane Gott. I also want to give a big thank you to my subscribers, or even just people who habitually watch my videos. It is a big help and I appreciate all of you. Have a nice day and stay safe.